It wasn't just Knicks and Hurricanes fans who had reason to celebrate this weekend. The U.S. men's national soccer team began their World Cup with a dominant 4-1 win over Paraguay. They were led by striker Folarin Balogun, who scored 2 goals. And across the U.S., Canada and Mexico, World Cup fever has taken hold as soccer fans celebrated the first weekend of action on the pitch, with so many more to come. We're joined now by CBS Sports soccer analyst and former U.S. men's national team player Jimmy Conrad. Jimmy, good morning. So what's your take? How did the U.S. team look so dominant Friday night? As I was watching, it was like they scored another goal and another one. How did they do it?
No, it was fantastic. Obviously, we had some great preparation, played some very good games prior to the World Cup. And I think when we were cutting our teeth against some of the world's best opponents, we played against Belgium and Portugal in March, and then we played Senegal and Germany, all 4 relative favorites to have a good run in this World Cup. And I just think that sharpened our teeth, and Paraguay just didn't know what hit them. Actually, that first half was probably one of the best first halves I've ever seen us have in a World Cup before. And then obviously we parlayed that into being very comfortable in the second half as well. So it's really built up the hope and enthusiasm that we can also make a deep run in this tournament.
And as I've been telling people, if there's one thing Americans love, even if they don't follow this, it's winning and scoring points. So I think this is a great advertisement for what's to come. Tell us more about the man who scored 2 of those goals, the new American star, Folarin Balogun, or Flo as he's known, born in Brooklyn even. What's his story?
Yeah, the Brooklyn story is actually pretty interesting. It's making the rounds now. His parents are from Nigeria. They were UK based, and they came over to visit in New York when she was 7 months pregnant with Flo. And when they went to go board to get back on to the flight around that time, they wouldn't let her on because she was so heavily pregnant. So she stayed in New York, had the baby in New York, and that's why he's eligible to play for the U.S. It's a pretty crazy story. So it was meant to be, ultimately, is where I'm going with this. He scored 2 goals in this game against Paraguay. It's the first time that we've had an American score multiple goals in a World Cup game since 1930, the first iteration of the World Cup. And yeah, he's been fantastic. And what's really interesting about Flo in particular, he plays for Monaco in the top French league. He went on a run this year where he scored in 8 straight league games. That was only matched by Kylian Mbappe, the famous French star who plays for Real Madrid this past season. So when he gets going and scoring goals, that's a good omen for us because he likes to score more and more and more.
And to think we have an airline's decision to thank for some of this.
Exactly right.
In our last moment, what are some of the other big matches you have your eyes on?
Yeah, we got France-Senegal that's going to be happening tomorrow in New York. I'm going to be going to that game. I'm excited about that. The last time they played each other in a World Cup was back in 2002, a very famous game. France had come into that tournament as the defending champions after winning it in 1998. Senegal was their first ever World Cup, and they upset France in that game. Very famous, a 1-0 result. France and Senegal have some history. France was occupying that nation for a very long time, and so I think there's a lot of historical ramifications of that result. This is the second time they'll be playing each other in a World Cup. They haven't played each other since then. So I'm going to be excited to go to that one. Then you have England, Croatia that's happening in a couple days. So that should be a fun one as well. They face off against each other in the 2018 World Cup semifinals. So yeah, lots of great games. And they're just going to continue to have some really good ones throughout the tournament.
Yeah, Jimmy, this is your job, but I don't know how any of the rest of us are going to get any work done with the World Cup underway. So much to enjoy. Jimmy, thanks so much.